Good morning, Tehmina Khan is here, and in this video I will continue the questions of past paper questions of permutation and combination. In video 3 I have explained you 3 past paper questions, and in this video again I will explain 3 more past paper questions. So before I begin, you can see the blog address here. In this blog address I have put the link of all my previously made videos, so you can refer this blog address to watch those videos. So let's start with question number 4. The question says that Mr. and Mrs. Caldecott have 5 sons and 4 daughters, and all 11 members of the family play tennis, right? 6 members of the family enter a tennis competition where teams arranged consist of 4 males and 2 females. Okay, so in short, they have to make a team of 6 members, which should have 4 males and 2 females. So this is the condition, and altogether they are 11. So if I write down the information here for my quick reference all the time rather than reading the question. So there are Mr. and Mrs. Then there are 5 sons and 4 daughters. And team will be made of 6 members. So you can write here, team will be made of 6 members. And in this team there should be 4 male and 2 female. Okay, members. Okay, now, so the first question, there are no further restriction. So it means altogether out of 11 I have to select 6 from and it should be 4 male and 2 female. This condition is compulsory all the time. Okay, so now from the 5 sons and 1 Mr. himself, so altogether there are 6 male, and 4 daughters and 1 Mrs. So altogether there are 5 females. So from 6 males I can select 4 male. So 6C4, and now I'm selecting. So it doesn't matter whose name I call out first. Similarly, Mrs. and 4 daughters. So altogether they are 5 females. So from the 5 females I'm selecting 2 female because this is the requirement of the team. So 6C4 into 5C2, so answer is 150 ways. So there are 150 ways to make a team of 6 members. Okay. So question 2. Mr. and Mrs. Caldecott must both be in the team. Now, so before we see the solution, if you see 6 members in the team, so Mr. and Mrs. are in. So now how many more members do I need for the team? 6 minus 2, 4. So now I need 4 more members. Now at the same time, Mr. is male, Mrs. is female. So it means 4 out of 4 male, 1 male is already selected. So I only have to select 3 more male. And 1 female, which is Mrs. Caldecott, she is already in. So now only 1 more female I have to select. Okay, so I'm repeating. Because Mr. and Mrs. are in the team, so now I need to select 3 more male and 1 more female. Now how many male and female are left behind? If I see here, Mr. and Mrs. are in. So from the 5 sons, I can select 3 male. So I will write 5C3. And from the 4 daughters, I have to select only 1 female. So it is 4C1. So that's why it is 5C3 into 4C1, and this is the answer. So does it make sense? So let's see part 3. Part 3 saying either Mr. or Mrs. Caldecott is in the team but not both. So if Mr. is in the team, then Mrs. is out. Or if Mrs. is in the team, then Mr. is out. Okay? Okay, so now let's see. But remember, 4 male and 2 female we have to select. Okay? So now the condition is, first condition, so you will do this question in 2 steps. Okay? First condition is Mr. is in. So now from total 5 sons, I have to select only 3 more. Okay, because altogether I need 4 male. So Mr. is already in. So it is 5C3. Now Mrs. is out. So there are 4 daughters and I have to select 2 female. So 4C2. So it will be 5C3 into 4C2 is equals to 6C. So this is the case when Mr. is in and Mrs. is out. Now let's see the cases when Mr. is out and Mrs. is in. Now if Mr. is out, he cannot be in a team. Then from the 5 sons, I will select 4. So it is 5C4. When Mrs. is in and I needed only 2 female, so now I have to select only 1 more female from 4 daughters. So 4C1. So 5C4 into 4C1 is equals to 20. And then you will add up, it will be equals to 80. Now why we are adding up? Because you see, this is telling me the cases. So 60 is representing the cases when Mr. is in and Mrs. are out. And 20 are those such cases or teams when Mr. is out and Mrs. is in. So these are complete teams. So that's why we are adding them up, and which is equals to 80. So now let's see one more question. Now in a garden, a garden center sells 8 different varieties of rose bush. And gardener wishes to buy 6 different rose bushes, all of different varieties. Okay, so there are total 10 different types and gardener wants to buy 6 different types. Now question number 1, calculate the number of ways she can make her selection. So what do you think? She just wants to select 6 different types. So order is important or not important? Yes, order is not important because she's just selecting 6 different types. So it will be 10C6, right? It makes sense. So 10C6. Let's see the other part. Out of those 10 different varieties which are at garden center, there are 3 pink, 5 red and 2 yellow rose bushes, and gardener have to select 6. Now there are 2 conditions given in the question. I'm not showing you the solution, so let's see what do you think. So first condition is that when gardener is selecting 6 roses, okay, rose bushes, there should be no pink rose bush in it. So what do you think the way to select? Out of 10, 6 he has to select, but there should be no pink rose bush. So if there is no pink rose bush, so minus it. What is remaining? 5 and 2. So 5 plus 2, 7. So from the 7, he will select 6. So it will be 7C6, right? So this 7 is the number of ways he can select 6 rose bushes without a pink rose bush. Make sense? Okay, so next part of the question is saying, now the selection he is making must have at least 1 rose bush of each color. Now tell me one thing, what comes in your mind? Will you do one by one all the types? It will become too tedious. So what is the easy way to handle this question? Okay, so now if you see, I want at least 1 rose bush of each type. Now what do you see if you just focus here? 3 plus 5 plus 2. So altogether 10, right? If I do, which I have done here in the top part, 10C6 and 210 was my answer. It means how many selections he can make. So in this selection, what are the possibilities? What type of rose bushes he has? Now if you focus here, this has all types, mean maybe he has selection which has pink, red, yellow. Maybe he has selection of red and yellow. Is it possible, red and yellow? If you see 5, 6, 7. So red and yellow all together make 7 rose bushes, which is more than the requirement. So yes, there is a possibility that he select only red and yellow when he is selecting without any restriction. If I see pink 3, red 5, so 5 plus 3, 8. Now 8 is again more than 6. So from 8, he can definitely select 6. So it means there are possibilities in the total which have only pink and red bushes. Now if we see pink and yellow, 3 plus 2, 5. So it means they are less than the requirement. And it means there is no such selection in which he has made only pink and yellow. So how we will handle the question? Because we want 1 of each type. So we will minus from the total the cases that he can select only pink and red, because pink and red is 8, which is more than 6, or where he can, let me write here. So we will subtract pink and red cases, and we will subtract red and yellow cases, because when he is doing open selection 10C6, there are certain cases of only pink and red and yellow. So from the total 10C6, he will minus the cases where there is a possibility that there are only what? Red and yellow rose bushes. So red and yellow is together 7. So 7C6 minus pink and red 8. So 8C6. So in this total possibilities, the possibilities that the selection is only of red, yellow and red, pink, we are subtracting. So when we will subtract, we will be left behind with those cases which will have all 3 colors at least, right? So let's see the next question now. And if you see the examiner report of this question, it is some past year paper question. A student found this last part difficult to handle. Okay, so in this past paper question, there are 7 boys and 6 girls, and you have to make a committee of 5 members. And there are different conditions under which you will make a committee. So altogether you have, if you look at this, 6 plus 7, 13 people, right? So first question is saying you have to make a committee of 5 members which have 3 girls and 2 boys. Remember I told you when it is and we multiply. So 3 girls from 6 girls. So 6C3 multiply by 2 boys from 7. So 7C2. So these are the number of committees you can make which will have 3 girls and 2 boys. Part 2 is saying, I'm not showing you the solution here, 3 boys and 2 girls. So again, and will be taken by multiplication. 3 boys mean 7C3 and 6C2. So 7C3 into 6C2. So this is the answer for 5 committees. 5 member committees which has 3 boys and 2 girls. Next part, member of the same sex. So either you have only female or only male. So now how many girls we have? 6 girls altogether, right? And what do we want? Member of the same sex. It means the 5 members of the committee all should be girls. So I will do, what will I do? I'm repeating, there are 6 girls, and out of those 6 girls, I want all 5 members of the committee consisting of girls. So I will do 6C5. And if I want all male members, all boys, because it is saying same sex, so I will do 7C5. Now, why did I plus? Because 6C5 is telling me the committee which has only girls and only boys. So they are giving me total number. And I also told you last time, if you remember, that this number here, if it is actually equals to what we need, like I need 5 member committee. So I have 5 here. So this is a complete group I need. So I will not multiply. Whereas in this case, these are 3 boys and 2 girls. Then it will make a member of 5 member committee. So that's why we'll write multiplication. So this is also one way to remember it. Okay, so now next part is saying more boys than girls. Now if you have to select 5 members and you are saying more boys, so what does it mean? Very simple. 3 boys and 2 girls, or 4 boys and 1 girl, or 5 boys and 0 girl. So these are 3 possibilities when you will have member of committee of 5 members. You see 3 plus 2 5, 4 plus 1 5, 5 plus 0 is 5. So now for this what will I write? 7C3 multiplied by 6C2 plus 7C4 multiplied by 6C1. This is representing total number of boys and girls, plus 7C5 multiplied by 6C0, and then you add up the result. So this is giving you more boys than girls. So with this I will end this video, and in next video I will select more questions from the past paper. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you have learned something, please press like and subscribe button. Share this video with more friends. And do give me constructive feedback. Thank you very much. Take care. Allah Hafiz.